What are you doing? You're crazy. You're crazy.
Probably the most requested place that Abby has on her iPad as she communicates she wants to go. We have assumed the position. This she loves it.
She does.
Priscilla was saying, isn't it funny how we have we had two kids that are just polar opposites of each other.
Yeah. Isaiah is an avoider of this beach, and Abby is a seeker of the beach.
He despises sand.
Like, so bad. That's why he lives in the mountains of North Carolina.
Yeah.
And that's why, I mean, we're like beach people, but like not everyday beach people, right?
Yeah. We don't go enough, for sure.
Right. We live we live like 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
So it's like a thing that you have to plan.
You know what I like? I like winter beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean there's nobody out here. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty empty during the summertime. It's just absolutely packed. And I'm not gonna swim in the ocean anyway. I mean I do, but yeah, but it's not like top of my list. Like I need to swim. That's not happening. I'd rather just chill on the beach. All the pelicans? Oh yeah.
I'll take it.
How good was that, huh? Sensory input? Good stuff. So, in case you live under a rock or for some reason you don't enjoy football, I don't know why. That's weird. But in case you don't, the Jaguars are playing for a playoff spot tomorrow. So we went to, there's like a Jaguar shop here at the beach, and Priscilla and I were just gonna go by ourselves. We're like, you know what? Let's take Ab, and then she can go to the beach. Because the beach is a big area. It's not just a beach. Like there's Jack's Beach is a whole like city. Well, since we got to drive over half an hour anyway, might as well, huh? Just a little fun in the sun. Get Dad's truck all sandy. Hashtag worth it. Sit back. But we have new truck flags. Funny story there. The guy gave me a knowing wave. I wonder if it was my new truck flags. Well, they'll be car flags. They go on Priscilla's car. So we had won a football game, and we're driving down the road after the game through downtown. All kinds of fans and stuff like that, you know, walking through downtown, headed to the parking garages to get to their car. And Isaiah rolls the window down to yell Duval or whatever out of the window. Duval is our county. If you don't know, we go Duval. It's like our battle cry. Our city is our county. So anyway, he rolls the window down. Flag goes flying off into traffic, right? We end up going back and getting those ones. But then the last time I did it, I hit the wrong button on the window. Wasn't anything exciting, like yelling at anybody out the window or anything. I just hit the wrong button and we lost our flags, so we had to get new ones. But that store was packed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was hyped in there.
It was so exciting. I was like, oh my gosh, all my
Everybody
people.
was chanting and like, yeah, this city is just like alive with the playoff potential. Yeah. So bye.
Bye, love you.
Have so much fun.
Okay.
Thanks for showing us your moves.
We're going for a ride, just you and I, because Mom needs a special package picked up. We are the couriers. Ready? Go team, go. High five. Come. Oh, we missed. Yes, sir. Success. We secured Mom's shirt. It's so blingy. She's gonna love that. Still didn't find a shirt at the sports place that we went to. But she found this lady online that makes these shirts. So that worked out perfect. Went and picked it up from her house. We should really get a cricket. Just saying. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, you cricket people. Is this cricket? Is that how you do that? I'm pretty sure feels like that's what it would be. What else did we get? We did. The Chick-fil-A. Yeah, that's right. Serious conversation. Let's zoom in. So Tina McCotmick, I might have murdered your name, I'm sorry. She asked, will she always have school for the rest of her life, or will she graduate and be done? Curious. And that's a little too much. Back off. It's a really good question. I know it's a good question because it got me thinking pretty in depth about this, because the answer is important. It's kind of, I think, just one of those things that Priscilla and I know but didn't really talk about, and I haven't really talked about this with Priscilla. So I'm speaking off the cuff, and maybe we feel differently. I don't think so. There's no age or timeline or moment in which school will end. You know, whether that be homeschool, you know, with us, or homeschool with another teacher, or whatever it's going to look like, you know, in the future. And I say that not because we have different plans, just because things change. The only thing that stays the same is things change, right? So at what point would she be done with like a school routine? And I think that comes down to Abigail, like when she starts to adopt her own routine. She's taken these life skills that we're teaching her and these routines, and she does it on her own. And you see that, like, that progress that she's had, right? Like with us backing off more and more, where she checks her schedule and we talk about what it is. She's like, oh, let's feed the fish. I'm gonna go feed the fish, you know. And she has her morning routine and she has her lunch routine, and because that's how she's gonna be able to function later on in life. Like, she's not gonna wake up and go, I think I'm gonna do this today. That's just, you know, and then have a productive day. Unfortunately, that's not a likely scenario for her future. It's much more likely that it's going to be, this is what I do during the day. Today is Saturday. Today is my day. I don't do anything. You know, those kind of like very structured routines, which is fairly typical for really for like people that have higher support needs, that are neurodivergent or autistic, you know, and then other disabilities. Of course, you have this really structured lifestyle because that's how they thrive, and that's how they live the fullest of lives. You know, that's how they're happy. That's kind of the timeline, right? Like, we get to a point where it's like she wakes up and she mostly independently does the things that she needs to do throughout the day, or even just initiating that. Like, hey, it's lunchtime, Dad, what are we having for lunch? You know, and she comes and talks to me about lunch on her iPad, or, you know, using modified sign, and she can initiate that stuff. Because right now where we're at, and a lot of it has to do with age, you got to keep in mind, you know, a lot of what we're doing now is like, she would wake up and literally sit on the couch and watch music videos, unless she's like, I'm hungry, you know, and that would be her day. So, but she's 17. Like, there are things. We were talking to a potential future teacher and caregiver today, and talking to her, you know, doing a little interview thing, and talking to her, like, you know, there are times you have to speak to Abigail at a developmental level of like a toddler, right? In order to teach her things. Like, you break things down to that level. But then with social interaction, she's very much teenager. You know, she wants, you know, to joke around, and she wants to play, and she wants to be messed with and stuff like that. And she wants to lay on the couch and eat popcorn and watch movies, right? Like, so there's certain things that are at different levels. So she's very much 17 in that aspect of like, yeah, I'd really not like to do much right now. So I know that'll change. Talking to other parents, that'll change when she's in her 20s. Life will look a whole lot different then. I hope I'm not rambling too much. I do that when I'm trying to answer a question, because these things pop into my brain, ADHD brain. School will end when it no longer has a purpose, basically. Like, we learn our whole lives, like everybody does. You do, I do. I mean, we don't go to school for that, you know. She will still learn life skills. You know, she's going to have therapists, and she's going to have caregivers that are always going to be a part of her life, and you know, us as parents, we're always going to be teaching her new things. But what we need to get her is into this routine of like, this is what I do during the day. This is the vocational activity that I have, like a, you know, job type scenario. We need to find her interests when it comes to that. And again, that's going to change as she gets older. You know, she's gonna take a lot of value in in creating something or being helpful with something or having a job type situation, because that's just human nature. Most people do. So that's kind of my answer with it. Like, it'll end when it should end. Let me know if you don't understand what I'm saying down in the comments. I'll jump down in there and say hi to you, and we can kind of talk through it. Sometimes I'm better in written word than I am in spoken word. I can get my thoughts across clearer because I'm not interrupting myself with the other half of my brain. If you don't see enough, like if you're more interested in the homeschool stuff, I don't want to put like all homeschool on the channel, right? Because like that's what we do most of the day. I'm trying to throw some variety in there, but you know, for your viewing pleasure, and then because we can talk about different topics like this one, where we're not just doing the same video content every single day. But if you want to get more homeschool stuff, what I've thought about doing, what I decided to do, is put more content on Facebook for like photos and stuff, like activities that we're doing, maybe short video clips, you know, like reels and stuff like that. So make sure you're following us on Facebook. It's Fathering Autism. I think it's Fathering Autism Vlogs is what it's called, and the URL for it. But yeah, just look up Fathering Autism. We have a blue check mark, so you don't get as confused with somebody that's pretending to be us. Okay, we can zoom back out now because the serious talk is over. We have a huge game tomorrow. Don't know if you know. By the time you're watching this, you already know what happened. Playoffs. We're a football family. It's who we are. Okay. I got a new shirt. You want to see it? My other one with buttons shrunk right up on me. Not super surprised. So that's my. It's good, right? It's a good shirt. Yeah. This one has a little more room for shrinkage. So hopefully we're good. See you tomorrow. Go Jags.